Hi BookTube, it's Celeste and welcome to my BookTube channel. Today I want to film my mid-year book freakout tag. I dropped the ball and didn't film it, and then I've been busy, and so here I am filming it. I printed out the questions and went ahead and pre-answered them, so we should get through these pretty quickly. My first half of my year reading has been kind of I mean, I've read some good things, but I haven't read as many good things as I would like. I've been reading a lot of mediocre things, I think, so hopefully it will get better. So, question number 1. Best book you've read so far in 2018, and that has to go to Hunger by Roxane Gay. Show it. It was very powerful, the writing was good. It made me think, it made me feel things. What it is, it's a memoir. I guess I could talk about it. It's a memoir that she writes about her body and about experience she's had over the course of her life. Trigger warnings for rape and other, like I can't talk today, but definite trigger warning for rape if you're sensitive to that. And it stuck with me. So it's got the recognition of being the best book I've read so far in 2018. The best sequel I've read so far in 2018, I'm going to give that to Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I liked Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire more than I liked Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire, but only by a little bit. I gave them both, I think, 5-star ratings. I am just a big fan of this series. Like, I listened to the first one on audiobook back in January or February, and then I've just gone through these as fast as I can. And I feel like it's so popular on BookTube right now that everybody knows something about it, but it's about these children who live in this home, and what makes it specifically different is that they have all, even the woman who runs the home, everyone in this home has had the experience of traveling through a portal into another world, and when they come back to Earth, they feel like sort of a loss. And so it's a great series if you're one of the like 2 people under a rock who hasn't read any of it. A new release that I haven't read yet but I want to, that would go to, I think, the Kiss Quotient. I haven't gotten to that one. I got a copy of it recently. I haven't hauled that yet, so I will get to read it. Let's see, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. My first thought was Sex Criminals Volume 5 because it comes out in August. But then I remembered Vengeful by V.E. Schwab is coming out in, I think, September. And I love it. I loved Vicious. I read it several years ago. And I say several, just like a couple of years ago. And I am really looking forward to Vengeful. I'm so excited for it. The biggest disappointment, and I don't have anything to hold up because I listened to it on audiobook, was Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It just was mediocre, and I thought it was going to be something really wonderful, but the writing just was not what I was expecting. It just wasn't. There were tropey lines, and the dialogue and conversation between the characters was kind of stilted and weird, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. Biggest surprise, I read Shatter Me this year, and I know a lot of people on BookTube and outside of BookTube even have read it and love it, and I know that it's dystopian, and it's been, the time of dystopian, I think, is coming back around, but it kind of has drifted off a little bit. I did not like it that much. I don't know, but since then I've heard that Unravel Me is better, so I'm going to give that one a chance. But yeah, that was a kind of a negative surprise because I read it and I was like, it was whatever. I'm not that in love with it. Favorite new authors that are debut or new to me would have to go to Renee Watson for Piecing Me Together. I read that on my Kindle. And it's a wonderful book. It's a short book. It's about a girl who's living in a city. She's going to a private school, and she's trying to get to go on a trip over spring break, that, you know, an overseas trip, and it deals with issues of race. It deals with issues of like friendship. There's no romance. I love that. It's girl friendships, and how to, like, I don't know, interact with people. But it was very powerful, and I loved it. And I also enjoyed Dear Martin by Nick Stone. And so that was another one that was dealing with race relations and friendships. You know, how do you deal with a friend who behaves in a way that you don't like? Where do you draw the line between being a friend and no longer having that friendship? And those are some really interesting ideas that were present in both of those. Newish fictional crush. I don't have one. I didn't read any characters that I had a crush on, so I don't know. I guess I could go with my standby because I'm reading Court of Wings and Ruin. I guess I could say Reese. But I don't know. New favorite character would have to go to Kamala, Miss Marvel. She is funny and quirky, and she's not afraid to admit when she doesn't know something, and I am just enjoying her so much. And so she is my favorite new character to me. Book that made me cry. I don't normally cry during books, kind of like a Wicked Heart of Stone type, but the closest I came to crying would have to be during The Leavers. And I've talked about this one before, but the issues of separation, the issues of family, the issues of having the government interfere with your family and separating people, and I think what made it powerful enough to, like, kind of make me feel a little emotional is what's going on right now in the news and stuff. So there's that one. Okay, we're on number 11. A book that made me happy. That would be Dreams of God and Monsters by Laini Taylor. I've loaned my copy out, so I don't have a copy to hold up, and I don't edit, so I'm not putting anything there. But it was the last of the trilogy, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and it made me happy, and it wrapped everything up, and so there you go. Favorite book to film adaptation that I saw this year. I've seen Love, Simon, and I watched the new Fahrenheit 451. Love, Simon, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been too long since I've read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. It's been too long since I've read that. So to compare them, I don't really know. I can't do a good comparison, but I enjoyed the movie. So there's that. It was a good movie. Fahrenheit 451 is one of my favorite books of all time. And the movie kind of took liberties with it, and when I first watched it, I was like, okay, that's fine, but the longer I get away from having watched it, the more I'm not fine with some of the things they changed. So comment down below if you watched the new Fahrenheit 451 and what you thought, because there were parts of it that I just loved, and I thought, yes, this is exactly what Bradbury was trying to talk about. And then there were other parts where I was like, why change it? So anyway, sorry. And then number 13, favorite review I've written this year would have to be my BookTube newbie tag. I mean, that was a fun tag to do, so I'm excited about that. Number 14, my most beautiful book that I bought so far this year, that would have to be The Wicked Deep, because it's pretty and shiny, and I love shiny. Shiny books are going to win every time, no matter what. Okay, and then number 15, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? There's several that I need to read, and all of them have to do with, like, reading series. I need to read Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. Like, I feel kind of embarrassed that I haven't gotten to that one. I need to finish any of the Cassandra Clares. I haven't finished The Mortal Instruments. I haven't finished, there's a couple, I haven't finished any of her series, so I'd like to finish some of those too. And Gosh, and there's a ton. Basically, any book that I've hauled so far this year, I need that I haven't already read. Those are the books that I need to finish this year. So, anyway, all right. So that was the mid-year book freakout tag. Let me know. Comment down below if you've read any of these, or if you have, I don't know, comments about any of the ones that I need to read. Like, do I need to put them ahead of my TBR pile or what have you? I don't know. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.